she is giving birth to a calf that's weighing about 150 pounds and stands about 6 feet tall. And she does it standing up, and almost immediately, within an hour, that baby is standing and walking, and within a day, it actually has the ability to run. But as you said, labor is pretty intense. 4 hours of labor, and it caps the pregnancy that lasts for 15 months, one of the longest pregnancies in nature.
15 months. Having delivered 2 babies, I cannot imagine, Jeff, being pregnant for 15 months at all. But walk us through.
Miserable.
It's pretty miserable is right. Walk us through this for a typical delivery for a giraffe. What goes through the process of the 15 months? And this is baby number 4, is that correct?
Yes, she's been a successful mother in the past, and of course she has the comforts and security of giving birth in a zoological environment. But wild giraffes have lots of pressure, especially from predators. So she has to do this very efficiently and quietly and in a way that avoids getting detected by any lions or hyenas or other creatures that could move in and dispatch her little baby. 15 months is a long investment into creating an offspring. Males have nothing to do with it. Once they've made the baby, they're off and running. And so she's on her own. So she has a reticulated pattern which breaks up her shape against the savanna. She gives birth quietly, standing up. And the reason why that baby is ready to move is because there is no mercy in the African savanna, and lions could easily move in and kill that little baby. So she's got to be quick, and that baby's got to be ready to run.
Oh, that's so interesting. So it's almost a defensive mechanism that you've got to be ready to go as soon as you're a day old.
Yes, because if she were to lay down and give birth, she would make herself incredibly vulnerable to a predator. You also have to remember the physics of being a creature as tall as a house, like a giraffe. There's gravity issues. So she, for example, if she were to lower her neck and her head, she could actually have a brain aneurysm.
Wow.
So she has to physically be prepared to not only give birth, but to manage her body. She actually has special valves in her brain and through her heart beyond normal mammals that keeps that blood from collecting and flowing. But it's a lot of work. And this is certainly an awesome payoff to have this beautiful little baby.
Jeff, what amazes me, there were 1 million people who watched the stream live as April gave birth on a holiday weekend. Why do you think there's so much fanfare over this? Are you surprised?
Well, I think, first of all, it's Easter weekend. It's a celebration of new life. And we get to watch it 24/7 and experience it in real time. We're always fascinated, and we always have compassion and an interest in the natural world, especially when it comes to little babies. We naturally react to little babies. It's a scientific term called the neotenic response. And the reason why we love little babies is because you want to be genetically hardwired to run in and save a little baby. And that's why everyone thinks babies are cute. And to see this animal finally get that payoff of 15 months of investment to have a little precious calf, I think it just makes everyone so excited.
Now, people are wondering, is it a girl? Is it a boy? Can you tell at all?
You can't tell immediately. Oftentimes when mammals are born, especially animals like this, you wouldn't be able to actually see the genitalia immediately. The zoo staff are going to give her lots of space. And, they're there to intervene if something goes awry or something's wrong. But even though she's used to people and April has spent her life amongst people and probably enjoys people and using her tongue to take carrots, it's amazing. They actually have a prehensile tongue. Her instincts kick in. When it's like any mom, she will do whatever she can to protect her baby. So they're going to give her the peace and the space to bond with that baby, and then once that bonding takes place and everything's stable, then they'll move in and do the assessment and all that sort of stuff.
Now, Jeff, having a giraffe birth in captivity, we don't hear much about these. How is it different from if it was actually in the wild, and what will zookeepers be doing in the coming days and months?
Well, the big difference is, as I alluded to before, is is that tremendous pressure of predators. The top of the food chain mammals in Africa, like lions and hyenas and leopards, would quickly take advantage of an opportunity for something as tasty and delicious as a little baby giraffe. So she would use her natural camouflage to blend in. She would find a quiet place, probably in an acacia thicket, surrounded by acacia trees, which are a thorny tree. And then she would very quickly give birth without even making a sound. You know, you're a mom and you know what it's like to give birth. Human beings make lots of sounds when we're having babies. Giraffes, they can't. They don't want any detection. This is the most important time in her life. It's also the most vulnerable time in her and her baby's life.
I have much deep-seated respect now after this conversation for April the giraffe, what she's endured, and the fact that she makes no noises when she delivers. It's fascinating to me, the life of the giraffe. Jeff Corwin, wildlife expert, thank you for joining us.
Delighted.